Welcome, everybody, to
I Love You.
I Know. This is the signature podcast from the Prolonged Engagement. You can find us here on YouTube every single Monday at noon on youtube.com/the Prolonged Engagement Show, or our website at www.theprolongedengagement.com. There you can find links to this podcast in audio format, which you can find on damn near every reliable podcast service out there. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, Player FM. Yeah. If we're not on one that you'd like, why don't you just tell me? So we could probably get on it.
Leave in the comments and we'll get on that one.
Because I've actually looked at which ones that most people use,
SoundCloud.
And a lot of people use. SoundCloud is not. Do people actually listen to it on SoundCloud?
Yeah.
Like through the SoundCloud app?
Yeah.
Because I don't think that you can, but I don't think that you can link your own podcast to the SoundCloud app.
Oh,
I think you have to host it on SoundCloud for you to listen on SoundCloud.
No.
And I am not hosting on SoundCloud.
Nah. I don't need that life.
I ain't down with it. So, because you can't even schedule posts on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
So I would have to, I'd have to like put it as private, and then like at noon on Monday, actually physically turn it on.
But you can't do that from work.
No, I can't just sit there and be like, it's noon, and I'm never gonna remember that.
No, not even if you put a thing on your phone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna remember that.
No.
So, anyway, I like the way that our stinky old Squarespace site does it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sitting here looking at my
Squarespace.
Huh?
Squarespace, please sponsor us.
Well,
somebody sponsor us.
No one's gonna sponsor us. We have like 30 subscribers and 30 subscribers and like 9. We normally get around like 9 views per video.
Yeah.
Whether or not they like watch the whole thing or not is I don't know. But
no, they'll probably watch us. Part of it, like
supposedly our Squarespace analytics says that we have quite a few people that listen to it. I don't believe that shit in the least. Yeah. I just don't. It says like we have like 400 people listening. I'm like, nah.
Bullshit.
Nah, I know the truth. No. I know the truth. No one's listening
to us.
So
no one watches us. I feel like we should send in our video to someone like huge and be like, please adopt us and help us. Yeah. We're a tiny little channel.
Oh well.
And we need help.
Oh well. Anyway.
No one's gonna do that.
So like last week.
No one's gonna help us.
Last week I was like bitching at the end.
Yes, you did.
I was
bitching.
A lot
of bitching.
And I'm here to say that I'm no longer bitching.
Yeah, because you put on your big girl pants or big boy pants. Fucked up there.
No, I just tried it. It wasn't that bad.
No, the Trial of the Sword's a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah, Trial of the Sword's way worse, I think.
Yeah.
I still don't like anyway. All right.
I'm still working on that damn Trial of the Sword.
If you didn't listen to my thing at the tail end,
we just talked that no one listens to us. So.
Right. Well, they probably didn't listen to the tail end of it, even though people that listen to the whole thing maybe not.
They never do.
I don't know. Anyway, if you hadn't listened to the tail end of our last episode, I was complaining about the new Ballad of the Champions Ballad. Ballad of the Champions?
Ballad of the Champions
right.
For Breath of the Wild.
It's their story-based DLC, and I was complaining how I didn't like that they forced you to do this weird trial before they actually gave you the got to the story elements of the of the DLC. Yeah. So the trial to start off Ballad of the Champions is
the first trial.
Yeah, the first. Let me say that first trial is you have to go back to the. What do you have to go back to? The Shrine of Resurrection. Yeah, Shrine of Resurrection. La 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 la. The Shrine of Resurrection. Rada rada.
Talk today?
Maybe not.
I was actually going to make a referendum to what we were going to say before.
What?
Because we do have a couple people who listen.
Yes.
But
Who listen?
Yeah.
Like podcast listen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I know. There's at least like a couple out there
I know.
that actually listen.
Yeah.
So it really is. I would much rather them listen and not watch because I mean like
we're pretty ugly.
No. No.
No.
No. I'm just saying like I do kind of I do like to make sure that it sounds good.
Yeah. Well,
So
you're a sound guy. That's everything you do.
So I mean I hate that I'm using this fucking stupid ass mic again instead of my really expensive good mic, but you know, I did it because the other mic was broken and I wanted it to sound better. So
yeah, but
it kind of pissed
now
me off.
we can get that fixed
and
it can come back.
Anyway, so the trial that you start off with, is this trial where you go to the Shrine of Resurrection,
mm-hmm. You get the fancy tool.
You get this weapon that will kill anybody with one hit.
Yeah, insta hit.
It's like insta kill. These are like, I mean,
they aren't weak enemies either.
Well, there's a few weak ones and then a few like not so weak ones. So there's.
You have to go up against a Talus.
No, you don't have to go up against a Talus. You saw me do all that shit.
Then.
Anyway, so this is like there was actually one that was like a 780, like really high. It was a white Lizalfos.
Oh, I hate those white.
Yeah,
Lizalfos
and there
Bobblekins and everything.
You know, and so I was like, oh fuck. I actually on the one that I defeated the white Lizalfos, I actually went after him first. So I flew over.
You go for the strongest.
I flew over the encampment that they were sitting at, and I just I did a dive bomb drop on him, insta kill. It was great, and then I just ran. I just booked it like hell.
Yeah.
Because even though you get this insta kill weapon, they get to insta kill you. You only get a quarter of a heart. So I mean, a fucking stubbed toe while you're doing this.
You made that joke the other night too.
A fucking stubbed toe while you do this trial.
And then you got killed, and you're like, "What? Did I fucking stub my toe or something?"
Yeah. I was running, and then the stupid ball hit me.
Yeah.
It was a fucking like solid ball, and it was tiny.
Mm-hmm.
He literally stubbed his toe and died. Yeah. Because that's how it was. This tiny little ball.
And you died.
Fuck that ball, man. Fuck that ball hard. Okay. You have to take out 4 of these encampments of different creatures.
The monsters.
So like one of them was a bunch of bokoblins.
Yeah. They're not that bad.
The other one was a bunch of Lizalfos.
Then that's bad.
There was one that was a mixture of Moblins, Bokoblins, and Lizalfos. And then there was another one that was a mixture of all of them, except for that one had a fucking Wizrobe in it.
I hate Wizrobes.
But that one actually was the easiest one that I had done.
Oh, because you could snipe?
Yes, because there was a huge mountain right there, and so I just climbed to the top of the mountain, and I just picked them off with I was like throwing bombs off the side, and I was shooting bomb arrows and shit like that, which was helping a lot.
Yeah.
You get all of your armor sets. You keep all that. You keep all of your arrows. You keep all of your bows. You keep your shield. Mm-hmm. But you don't get to keep any of your melee weapons. That's your difference. So.
See, but like with Trial of the Sword, you lose everything except for bombs.
Oh, you also lose your upgrades, your Divine Beast upgrades. Yeah, you don't get to use any of those either.
No.
Yeah, like, cause like using the Naboris one.
What made life easy?
Yeah, what's that one? It's Urbosa's Fury.
Yeah.
Urbosa's Fury is like the best
attack of the game.
Oh my god, it's the best upgrade in the game.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely 100%. The best.
But she's one of my favorite characters as well.
That's why I went after.
Because so explain what happened.
No. I went after divorce first. Okay.
So what happened after?
So
you got through the 4 encampments and shrines.
Reese, what are you doing? Being a dickhead. He's making noise. Okay. So after you defeat each of these encampments, I will say that it's pretty forgiving in the fact that you can save in between. Like you can kill one guy, save, kill another guy, save. And as long as you're not like in the middle of battle, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
So I did that like through one of them where I was dying all the time.
Yeah.
And
one of the more difficult ones.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And after you defeat like one area, there's an extra shrine that pops up.
Yeah.
And then you get to do that shrine, and then go to the next one, and the shrine pops up. Go to the next one, shrine pops up, and so on and so forth. So there's 4 extra shrines. The nice part about these shrines that I've seen has got to be the fact that they don't treat you like you're stupid.
Yeah.
And the fact that they know that you've been playing this game for a while.
Yeah.
Like,
so they're a little bit more
because in fact, you have to, in order for the DLC to even pop up, you have to first overcome all of the divine beasts.
Yeah.
And so it kind of...
I know there's somebody who went straight for the Master Sword and straight to kill Ganon. So they probably missed the Divine Beast storyline.
Well, I'm sure that there are some people that were just like, it says destroy Ganon. But, I mean, I don't know how you could fucking do the Ganon fight without the Divine Beasts.
Yeah.
Because if you have all 4 of them, it literally takes Ganon down to half.
Yeah.
It gets rid of half of his energy and half of his hit points.
It takes away half the fight.
Yeah. So I don't know how you'll have enough weapons for that.
Yeah.
Like, I think that it doesn't matter if you have the best weapons in the game. You're never going to get to the point where you're going to run out of weapons. Absolutely. Because you will not be able to hit
weapons before. You run out of arrows, ranged weapons.
Yeah.
Everything first.
You'll run out of everything before you get to defeating him. It's going to be like,
we already had a difficult time when we played it.
Yeah, it was something. But you can't actually get to this story until you've gotten all of the divine beasts.
Yeah.
So, with that saying, and all of these, this trial takes place on the Great Plateau.
Yeah.
So that's another. It's an enclosed area. If you jump off the Great Plateau, they're like, so you're giving up? Okay, see you later.
Yeah.
It's like, I actually did that one time. I accidentally fell off the side.
Flew off more.
No, I was running away from a Lizalfus, and you
accidentally fell off.
And I just accidentally fell off the edge of the fucking Great Plateau, and it said, "Oh, see you later." Like, fuck.
Fun. What?
And I also couldn't climb back up because I was like out of energy because I was running.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous, man. Anyway, so Great Plateau.
Yeah.
Shrines.
Yeah.
4 new shrines.
Do you lose your food when you do the the battles?
Oh, that doesn't actually matter.
Oh, that's right, because you can't.
I wasted. One of the things
that's my bad habit there.
Yeah. One of the things that I had cooked.
Would have given you extra hearts, right?
Yeah, I got. I always cook the things.
Master Sword.
I always cook these things like I did. I thought it was like a Master Sword deal. So I always cook anything that I cook is going to be one that's made with a hearty something.
Yeah, I love.
So
hearts.
it gives you all of your hearts back. Plus, it also adds extra hearts depending on what you put in with the food, and So I did one of those. I ate one of those, and it went all the way up. It was like all the way up, and then all of a sudden it gets to the end, and it goes. It almost. it should have sat there and said like, "This isn't gonna work. You're a dickhead." Like it should have told me that, but it didn't. So it went all the way up, added the extra hearts, and then took them all the way down to the core of the heart. And I'm like, okay, so this is how this is gonna be today. This is how this is gonna go. And so I was kind of pissed off about that. Once you get through that, then you're fine. You no longer get
they
that.
They take away the one hit.
Yeah, so the one hit thing like it goes away, and it like breaks up, and then it picks up these little
the paper things kind of fly off, and right.
Yeah, they like the whole weapon breaks apart, and then it flies across Hyrule next to the divine beasts, and it like pulls up these stone something or others. They're kind of like shrines, but they're not. They're just like monoliths. They're like monoliths and
monuments, aren't they called?
Something. I don't know what Cass calls them.
Monuments, if I remember.
Monuments, maybe. And so these have this thing where you view. There's like a little picture of
an area
of a pinpoint, and kind of like a map point where like a quest point on the map, and then you have to figure out where that quest point is and figure out exactly what they do, and then Cass will sing you a little song because he's at all of these places. And he actually sings you a song and tells you what you need to do. It'd be like, do the something rather, 2 do the blah blah blah.
To fight some monster, 3 find this location.
Like, and
is that pretty much what I got? What it is?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Rings.
Yeah, it seems to be rings, monster,
location.
Rings, monster, and location. So. The first one I went off after was the Naboris trials. Naboris is the camel in the Gerudo Desert. It's Urbosa's divine beast. And
are we gonna get? This is not spoiler.
No. Okay. This is not. No, none of this is really spoilery. It's just what kind of happens there.
Okay, just want to make sure no spoilers.
And then so you just kind of so each of these has like 3 mini trials that you have to do before you. Are there shrines too after every trial? Yeah. So there's like 3 mini trials and then a shrine that pops up at the end of whatever you're doing.
Actually, you're gonna fall.
And with these new shrines comes the same thing that I was talking about before. It treats you like you know what the hell you're doing.
You've been playing this.
Like you've been playing this game. Hours. So. Like the shrines that you see around the world, like there's a lot of ones that are like, oh, okay, this is you got to think about this. But I think that all of these that are in here, like you've been through a few.
Yeah, like, you know what you're doing. So
don't
be stupid.
Because you can traverse the world of Hyrule in any way that you want during regular game.
Yeah.
I think that this kind of says, well, we know that you've already since you can go to anyone in the course of the game. Yeah. I think that it kind of says, okay, we need these to be like all even keeled, 120 even keeled. Nothing too crazy because you could do. What if you went all the way up to the Zora region, first. Yeah. Like you're like, I love Zoras, and or I love Gorons. You went straight up there,
you
and never
to the Gorons, or you went to Gerudo.
Yeah, and then you're fucked because there's a super difficult
Zora or Gordon or Gerudo.
Yeah.
There's one I'm missing.
Rito. So I felt like they weren't holding your hand at all during these shrines. And a lot of them, like one of the ones that I did last night was actually really cool. There was.
Are you on Rito or?
Zora. I don't remember. I've done almost all of them. I'm on the Rito one now.
Okay. Well, that's what I was asking.
Meadow.
Yeah, Meadow.
is the last one I'm doing. There was a shrine where there was like this ball. It looked like a horn almost, where you throw a bomb into one side of it and you let it just roll down in there and it like loads, and then you hit this thing and
oh yeah,
and
I saw you.
Right. So the end of the horn kind of turns, and you have to
fire at the right time.
Yeah, you have to detonate the bomb, and the detonating the bomb will like punches out this ball, and it like works as this kind of gun mechanism, and you have to hit a target. That I thought was the most
interesting.
That was the most thought out shrine, and like the best shrine that I've ever experienced in Zelda so far.
That reminds me of the in the Gerudo.
The Gorons?
Gorons. Had something similar.
Right.
Remember?
What?
The Gorons had something very similar to that.
Like in these shrines?
Like to what you're talking about, the cannons?
Uh-huh.
Because you put the bomb in, and then you could move the switch and fire at monsters.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Right. Yeah. But those weren't in shrines. Those were just in the world. Yeah. That was the one where like you could shoot like and then you had to use that when you went up against Rudania, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to throw the guy in there and shoot him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. So it's got all the mechanics were there.
Yeah. So you've already done the mechanic, but they want you to apply it to a different location.
Yeah. And I thought that this way was really thoughtful.
Yeah.
Like thought out, and I thought it was really good.
Yeah. I can fully understand that.
These shrines were they're definitely the best, and I haven't finished, the story at all. And I was hoping that I was going to get a little more story wise.
Yeah.
But it's good enough. And maybe there's even more that I'm going to see.
Yeah.
Cuz I haven't gotten to the end at all, so. Anyway.
You're still working through it.
Yeah.
I just realized I didn't put mascara on.
Oh well. Well, there's one other cool thing that we did over the weekend.
Yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah, we went to the Leesburg Mardi Gras.
Yes, the Leesburg Mardi Gras.
It was sweet. It was super sweet.
We've gone to this thing before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you and I have only been once, though.
Yeah, we've only been once. Mom and Dad have been more than once.
Yeah. So Leesburg is it's one of the major cities of Lake County, if you could even call that. It is definitely the it's between. Is Leesburg the capital
of Lake County?
Yeah, I think that's like the main.
I thought that was Eustis.
No. I think the main county courthouse.
It's either Tavares or Leesburg, and I can't.
I think the main county courthouse is actually in Tavares.
It might be in Tavares.
I think it is. Anyway, whatever. So it's either Leesburg or Tavares, but Leesburg is like it's like the big one.
Yeah.
That's where like the main Lake Sumter Community College one is. That like their main campus is in Leesburg.
Yeah.
They have like Bike Fest there. Once a year.
They have a couple of big things.
Ginormous. Yeah. And they have like a main street that's it's kind of cute. It's got old shops and whatnot, and
some good restaurants.
A couple good restaurants like the Florida Porch, which I really like.
One of my favorites.
Florida Porch is like this one. It's like a restaurant that has like sandwich.
An antique shop with it.
It's like an art shop, right?
Yeah.
You can buy like art and stuff.
But their food is like sandwiches and salads and cute things, wraps.
Yeah, it's like. It's
like tea time
Florida Porchy stuff. Yeah. They have a really good chicken salad.
Oh, I was going to say pumpkin bread.
Their pumpkin bread is great. Oh my god. Yeah. Pumpkin bread is really good. And they make it all year round. That's so great.
I know. It's one of the
you can always have pumpkin bread.
pumpkin bread.
Yeah, because not many places have pumpkin bread like all year round, and it does.
So very
Price
much.
is so
it's
good.
One of my favorites, y'all.
I like it. But
yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
good. What's that other place?
The Bakers.
Oh yeah, there's a really good bakery there too.
Mm-hmm. But that's also a restaurant we keep wanting to try.
Mm.
We never find.
Yeah, we just went in there for the baked goods at one time that we were up there. Why were we up there? Why did we go? Why did we go to Leesburg alone?
Because I was going to grab a bathing suit for the wedding.
That's right. No, we were gonna. Yeah, we were gonna grab the bathing suit for your honeymoon.
And they never got it for me.
Right, they never actually ordered it, so we were like, "Fuck it, whatever."
Yeah.
So we went to the bakery, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It was good. Bakery is fucking good.
Really good, y'all.
I don't remember what it's called.
It's like Baker's or something.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's called Baker's?
I think so.
Huh.
I'm probably wrong.
I don't think that's
I know I can see the storefront and it's blue.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway.
So they put up a bunch of tents and like foodstuffs and whatnot down on the main drag or whatever. Yeah. And then they have a Mardi Gras parade that, if you can call it that.
It is. If you can the whitest thing you will ever go to. It is so funny.
Yes.
Did you notice? I don't know if I was the only one that noticed.
It's fucking small town Florida is what it is. It
really is.
Yeah.
So one of the twirlers, there was one black one.
There was?
But she was really light skinned.
Oh.
She was the very last one.
She was the very last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were no black people there.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody.
No, well, in the crowd, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The one couple that was sitting next to us.
I felt really bad for them. And I'm sorry, like, their daughter. Like, at first I was kind of worried that I didn't see her parents. And then she turns around, Mommy, Daddy. I went,
and I was like, oh, okay, good.
I was like, oh my God, I was about to ask her where her parents were. And I felt horrible because I felt racist. That's
not racist. You just weren't expecting it. If it would have been racist if we would have sat there and been like, like, she just said mommy and daddy to those people. She must be kidnapped. Like, that would have been racist.
No. I was like literally worried for the child. I was like, where's her parents?
Yeah. Because I didn't know. I didn't think that they were.
No.
Because they were walking around with her, but I didn't know it went anyway. They were really they were pretty awesome.
Yeah.
They were cool. She was well behaved too.
Yeah, she was so cute.
Yeah, she was like right next to us during the parade, and so like you gave her a few beads at the beginning or whatever, and then
she had like only 2 or 3, and I felt horrible because I had already gotten like.
And then so of course all the people just like they just throw the beads like, they just like to throw them off, and then they're in the street, so you're like grabbing them in the street and whatnot.
And of course, me being who I am, I got nervous for a little girl running out there, so I was like, okay, I'll just grab them and give them to her.
Yeah, well then she was grabbing them, and then she was like, oh, because they were like, some of them were like right by your feet, and then she'd like pick them up and be like, did you want this one? And we're like, no,
it's okay, go ahead.
Take the damn things, you're fine.
She was just so sweet.
Yeah,
so
she was
cute.
really
she
was really good.
And her parents were so nice.
God, this parade though.
It is the quintessential southern town trying to be cool.
Oh, it was so lame.
It was trying so hard to be cool. To the point that they had Kiss.
Oh my God.
Imitators.
Right? It was a Kiss tribute band called Stratter.
Yeah.
I think is what it was. Stratter?
Something like that.
No, it wasn't.
Striker?
No, it wasn't Striker. It wasn't Striper. Striper is actually a Kiss style Christian band. Striper. Did you know that? There's a Kiss style. There's a Kiss style.
No, that doesn't. No. You can stop right there because that doesn't compute in my head.
I don't even think I've heard any of their songs. I just know that
doesn't compute in my head.
I know it doesn't.
But
yeah, it was like Stratter or something like that. Stratter.
It was ST something.
Yeah.
But they were dads who, like, for Halloween thought this would be a really cool idea to dress as Kiss. And just kept doing it year-round.
Yeah, they were like, I mean, these are, if they took off the makeup, they would fucking be nerd dads.
Yes.
Like sitting there like, I drove my Prius here to,
I drove my Prius.
I drove my Prius
because
here.
I want to be eco-friendly.
And then get up on the stage and go, So.
I love that we do the same thing.
The Gene Simmons one, he kind of looked.
No, they all looked like him.
Yeah, they all kind of looked like them.
But now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a bunch of fucking nerd dads trying to be cool. To be you know that their kids are like, God damn it! Like they're just
Come
like,
on, Dad, get off there! You're embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing me, Dad. You know that they're doing it. You know they're doing it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So they come through. It's cute.
They're like the second. They were the second float, right?
They were the second float. The first float
actually
was weird.
Oh my god! They actually had their tribute band like go through there, and then they were like, and then like on the side, it's like on the main stage, blah blah blah, Strider and whatever. And we're like, okay, this is.
They did have one of the like a jazz band come through first.
That was actually pretty cool.
That was really neat. And the woman who was
they had like a quintessential New Orleans looking.
The band.
Yeah, jazz band.
It was much smaller than a New Orleans jazz band.
And it was also way more white. It's fucking white as shit.
Yes, it was.
My God. It almost makes me cringe when I see white people playing jazz. It like really makes me cringe.
Because they have none of the rhythm.
Oh no, I mean it's not that they don't.
They didn't.
But it's like
they didn't.
But
they didn't at all. It was pretty bad.
It's like seeing a small town, like this guy who's, from, let's just say this guy from, Eustis, and he's like, I'm gonna be a rapper one day, and he goes to open mics and he does Jay-Z songs. It's like,
like the girl who plays the ukulele at the
Oh my god, she's awful. There's this chick that does. Oh my god, she's really bad.
And she only plays 5 songs.
There's a farmers market in Claremont.
We're
and it's
totally
every Sunday. Don't care. This is how this works. Every Sunday, there's a farmers market, and there's this chick that she has a ukulele, and
5 songs.
She sings like 10 songs.
I swear it's 5.
We've been there where we walk down to the end, we walk back, and she's singing the same song that she was singing.
Yes.
It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yes.
And she sucks.
Yeah.
God, she sucks. Yep. So hard.
Yep. She can't even play the ukulele.
Man. She like half-ass plays the ukulele.
Yeah.
And then her singing is just.
Did you see the other day today? I realized something. She on her ukulele, she has that thing that I use for my guitar.
She has a capo on her ukulele?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
There's no way.
There is. I noticed it today.
No effing way does she have a capo on a ukulele.
I noticed it today.
Oh god. I can't even.
I noticed it today.
Take that shit
I was
seriously.
Like, I'm like, you're using a capo.
It's not even big enough for a capo.
It looked ridiculous. That's why I noticed it.
Like capos are not built for ukuleles.
Well, she had one.
That thing probably weighs more than the ukulele.
Probably.
Fucking capo. God. She drives me crazy because she sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Especially when she sings
She was singing Let It Be today, and I was like, I wanted to like
trip.
Poke out my eardrums. It was so bad.
I was going to trip on her cord.
Yeah, I was just sitting there, I was like looking at it, and I was like, there it is, it's plugged in. I could
trip.
Unplug it.
I could just trip.
Just unplug it. And I was telling your daddy today, I was like, as a parent, you always want to tell your kids, like, go out and follow your dreams and do what you want, But then again, as a parent, do you actually have an obligation? Do you have a moral obligation to the rest of the world to tell your kids, honey, I'm happy that you've been doing this for a long time, but you fucking suck. You know, I mean,
Maybe.
does do you as parents have
that moral
that
obligation?
moral obligation to the rest of the world?
I don't know.
I tend to think yes.
Mm.
But then again, I'm not a parent, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I will be that awful parent to be like, no, you're fine. Your parents did a podcast for years that no one listened to. It's fine. It's fine.
Don't say that. Hopefully people will start listening.
Yeah. Maybe when we're 50, it's like, hey, everybody.
Wow, we're going to sound like that when we're 50.
I got a shit. And then we're like complaining that we got carbuncles, you know, and we're taking all of our pills.
I really hope not.
Taking all of our pills, and
I hope fucking
hey, we finally got to 100. You know, like at 50, yeah. It's gonna happen. Yeah.
Not at 50.
He'll be like that. Yeah, he'll be like that.
No.
He'll be like, back in my day.
Hopefully by then I'll have my production studio.
Back in my day, I had an iMac with 4.2 gigahertz i7 quad core. Now look at me.
No.
I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, you just had to throw in that.
I got a fucking new iMac. I'm so happy. I never thought
we didn't even finish talking about the Leesburg
in a million years that I would buy a desktop computer, and here I am.
I know.
Oh well, it looks fucking gorgeous.
We gotta finish talking about Leesburg. Because
the one after the fucking Kiss band.
Yeah.
That might have been the worst, though.
Which one?
It was all a bunch of white people, and they were dancing, and there was like this guy in the front.
Yeah.
And he was left side, right side. You're having fun, aren't you? Hello. And all I could think of when that guy was talking was the DJ in the stripper
in South Park?
In South Park. That's the only thing I could think of because it kind of sounded like that.
You think that was the voice actor?
Hell no. It was either Trey or Matt that did that, but it was just like I was just expecting him to be like, "She's definitely not a man. Here's Trixie." Like I was just kind of I was waiting for him to say something like that.
Well, that's what he does on the weekends.
This girl has crabs. Welcome Anastasia. You know,
watch, that's what he does on the weekends.
You know, he might do that on the weekends. You don't know. We don't know. And I've never been to a strip club, so I don't have.
Yeah, we have no clue what it's actually
I'm never going to. The only ways I know that how they look are South Park and Deadpool. That's about it.
South Park. Namely, South Park.
Yeah. Well, I spent lots of time in the strip club in South Park, so because you kind of had to. Then that thing where the kids are fucking twerking on those guys. That is the
farting.
Oh my god. That game goes way over the top, and I fucking love every second of it.
Yeah, they had that one.
All of
the Grease one too.
Oh my god. Was that like a? See, I thought when I saw it that it was like some high school that was doing the production. I think it's some fucking community theater doing it.
Leesburg used to set
because these women were like
they were older.
They were like in their 30s or 40s.
No,
and they were doing Grease.
Yeah.
I couldn't take it seriously. Yeah. The floats though were these big trailers that
with tons of people on
with like lots of people on them, and they were like half-ass decorated
and drunk,
and they were all seemed like they were drunk. It was literally it was a hunk of shit.
My favorite person in the entire parade was this old man.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the front of the vehicle, and he's like, like just sitting there like that.
Yeah, he's.
I swore to God, he was like a veteran Marine, I think. And I swear to God, the conversation he had with the guy next to him was, "Jimmy, why the fuck are we waving at people?"
Yeah, like, why am I here? What am I doing? I think my pacemaker's giving out. Where's my food? Like,
Where's my mashed potatoes, Jimmy?
Yeah. He had like no idea where he was.
He had no
I think he was
clue
like
where he was.
waving, but he was like dazed and confused the whole time.
He really was.
He did really look.
He had no clue what was
Yeah.
going on at any moment, and I felt really bad.
I don't think
but he ended up being
I
my
don't think he
favorite
had a fucking clue where he
was
was.
so lost.
I don't think he had a fucking clue where he was. It was very sad.
Yeah.
The
twirlers from villages were there.
I was waiting for those. Those were my favorite.
And yes, there was one black one
Mm-hmm.
all the way in the back. In the back of the twirlers.
The back of the twirlers. That's how the villages
work.
work.
The super lightest skin.
Fucking Republican bullshit. The villages, if you don't know, if you're not from Florida, or, the villages is like this. It is.
It's an old people community.
It takes up parts of Leesburg, Ocala, and like that area.
And yeah.
And it's ginormous. I think that there's
it's
like
now a town. It's now a city.
It's a fucking city. Might as well be. I think there's 113,000 people that live in the villages. Some outrageous amount of people.
Highest number of STDs in the country.
Yeah, highest number of STDs in the country. Yep, all those old people just fucking the shit out of each other.
And clogging their toilets with condoms.
Yes.
Look it up.
They actually had to get like this thing that they had to install into their like sewer system that would mash up, like crank through and destroy all of the condoms that they were flushing down in their sewers.
Look it up. It really happened.
Yeah, it was really bad. Really bad. Anyway, fucking old people, Republican bullshit.
Yep. And most of the people in that parade were old too.
Oh yeah, they were just like ancient.
The poor, like teen Leesburg and teen Eustis or whatever. They looked like, why am I here?
Yeah, they didn't want to be there.
I don't want to do this.
All they wanted to do was go home.
I just want to go home and be on my phone.
They just wanted to go home and get back on Instagram. That's all they wanted. Yeah, they weren't too thrilled with
they weren't
being there.
And then at the end, so like last float comes through, and we all think it's over. And suddenly, one of the floats from the beginning come back through.
I guess that they had gone all the way around and they just started going through again because, like, I guess they didn't run out of beads.
So they came back through with beads. Some of them speeding.
The grease car was speeding. It was like they must have been going 25 miles an hour like through this on this thing because they were just like, fuck it, we're going again. And they were like, I mean, they were just chucking beads at that point because it was going so fucking fast.
Yeah, it got to be dangerous.
Dickheads. And then so we left and went to Ramshackle.
Ramshackle had a great dinner.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I like Ramshackle.
I do too.
That's a little. It used to be like the.
It used to be a shack.
Well, I think it was the restaurant for the Howard Johnson that was there.
Really?
Yeah.
Bless you.
Right now, it's like a Best Western Express or something like that.
Yeah.
Or something like to that nature. And now it's the Ramshackle Cafe, and it's been around since like '89, I think, or something like that. But it's really like this. It's really eclectic on the inside. Yeah. It's got like license plates all over the walls, and it's got a bar in there. It's got regular bar food. All their menus are on like newspaper.
Yep, and the main story on it is the death of what's her name? It was a gangster from Florida.
I don't know.
Ma something.
Anyway,
but it's an actual story.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she was actually found, shot, and killed in Leesburg.
Oy vey. Wow. Crazy.
Bonnie and Clyde did it. The police did.
Sweet.
She went out in a hail of bullets.
Awesome. That's the way to go. It's definitely the way to go.
Holy shit, Kyle! A hail of bullets. What the fuck?
In a hail of bullets. I think maybe if I was...
You were a bad guy?
If I knew that I was going to die... I might just go crazy and do freaking like GTA 5 it.
Really?
I might. Or I see. I don't know how I would react to that whole thing because I don't know if I would sit there and be like, "Oh, I'm dying," like be really, really sad, and just kind of be there with you and make you sad, or should I go out in a blaze of glory and just be like, "I love you," give you a kiss, and then you see me driving down the highway in my Volvo with like money flying out of the moonroof. And like I'm yelling to the coppers, like "You'll never fucking catch me," and like yeah.
I would rather spend time when you're going to die.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but it might be something for me to process. Like I may need this process to sit there and be like,
going the fuck nuts and
going absolutely crazy, being chased by a chopper. I mean, wouldn't that be fucking cool?
No.
If you were like, if you knew that you were gonna die like the next day, steal a fucking shit ton of money, hide it, like I'm talking like a shit ton of money, like millions of dollars. Okay. Hide it for you, and then like you money launder it through something.
Yeah.
So that like you're always taken care of, like, and like don't spend any of it on my funeral. Just like put me in a cardboard box and throw me in the ocean, like that sort of deal.
Well, if you were apprehended by the police, I wouldn't get your body.
Cardboard box, throw me in the ocean type of deal.
Yeah.
And just like, oh, that would be, I'm telling you, it might be cool, or it might be totally awful. Yeah. I wouldn't know. I'm not dying tomorrow, so.
No, you're not, damn it.
Thank God. That would suck. That would really suck.
You want to spend time with me, right?
Yeah, I do. Pretty good. Just got married to your fucking ass. Don't want to die yet. Shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, I just got that new iMac too. I mean, like, where would that go? Like, you already have a nice computer. Like,
are you fucking kidding me?
I love you.
I know.
Well, everybody, this was
I Love You.
I Know. This is the signature podcast from The Prolonged Engagement. You can find us here every Monday at noon on youtube.com/The Prolonged Engagement Show, or you can go to our website at theprolongedengagement.com. There you can find links to this show in audio format on one of your favorite podcasting services. My name's Kyle.
And I'm Sarah.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. And if you want to subscribe, you should click over here. If you want to watch the latest episode of I Love You, I Know, click right here.
If you want to see our latest video, click right here. And if you want to see our latest Let's Play, click right here.
If you're listening on MP3,